So I was thinking to myself, who should I do for the next Assholes Ultimate Guide series? And it occurred to me that I've done one hero that I enjoy, that being Roadhog, and a hero that I just completely despise, and that's Widowmaker. So I thought to myself, where should I go next with this? And after some thought, I reached the conclusion that I should do a hero that is just really fucking annoying. Which is kind of ironic because every character in Overwatch has something that really grinds my Torbjorn scrap. But I wanted to pick a hero that is infuriating to play against, and when you play her, you know you're being a douchebag for playing her, but you won't feel bad because she's just she's just too much fun, so just fuck it. And that hero is none other than MEI, aka Satan, aka the fucking cunt that freezes you and stares into your soul as she one-shots you. So, without further ado, let's get started. MEI, or Mei Ling Zhao if you give a shit, which you shouldn't because, as I said before, she's universally known as the cunt that freezes people, is Overwatch's resident Mr. Freeze, or Frozone, or Ann Coulter, that her whole shtick is that she freezes you with her endothermic blaster and then stares you in the eyes as she pulls the trigger and plants an icicle in your skull. And she does it with absolute glee, which is the worst part for me because you're already pissed that she is #wrecking you, but then she smiles and giggles as she does it, and it's honestly the fucking worst. I mean, I'm not sure how to describe how angry it makes me other than to say it makes me want to slaughter something, but that's kind of dark, and against YouTube, the new ad policy, even though I don't monetize my video, let's just be on the safe side and say that it just makes me really angry. Now, her weapon is the endothermic blaster. As I said, it has two fire modes like most weapons in the game. The primary mode shoots out a beam that freezes enemies over time, and then the second mode is that she shoots out an icicle that's not quite hit scan, so you have to lead your shots at longer ranges. But the two firing modes combined together are the equivalent of MEI just lubing up your asshole and then penetrating with a frozen icicle dick. MEI is your flanking defensive hero. She has 250 health, so she thick, and she don't need no man to tell her what to do because she will be your worst nightmare if you are a squishy hero, and she will single-handedly fuck you up, and as I said, giggle and smile as she does it. Now, her abilities, the first one is an ice wall that serves more as a troll ability for your teammates, to be completely honest with you. It spawns in a wall of ice that can be created either horizontally or vertically. The wall itself can be used to save teammates from damage, hooks, block off enemy players, stop Reinhardt charges, cure cancer, and I'm pretty sure it ends world hunger as well. But let's be fucking honest here, like, when does that ever happen, right? I mean, I'm guilty of this too. MEI's ice wall fucks you over more than it helps your teammates. You are literally one shot, just a theoretical situation here, you are literally one shot away from getting a key pick on the enemy healer, and guess who decides to put her ice wall up and let the healer escape? That's right, it's fucking MEI, and most of the time she doesn't take her wall down either after you curse her out, which I guess segues to the tip that you can take your ice wall down by pressing the same button that you used to spawn it, so, the more you know. But the ability can be life-saving if you use it right, which nobody ever fucking does. If you're in trouble, you can block off your attackers and retreat through the doorway. However, there's really no real reason to say this, because nobody's going to listen, but I'll say it anyways. Try to be aware of where your teammates are, because nothing is more cancerous than having your retreat blocked off by your own MEI just so you can turn around and get gangbanged by the 6 heroes on the other team, so please be wary of that, even though you're not going to. Her second ability is her "oh shit, people are pissed at me" ability. She actually shits a block of ice out of her asshole and makes herself invincible for like 8 seconds while she is healing herself. So basically it's a reset button every 12 seconds or so that's nice. And by nice, I mean fucking awful if you're on the bad end of the deal. Now, the ability can be used to protect yourself against stunning moves such as McCree's Flashbang, Reinhardt's Charge, Sleep Dart, and at the very least, it could take up a chunk of DPS when you're in the shit. So if you can time it right, you can make other heroes waste their abilities on you, which is really, really useful. I guess you should never really be in that situation when you're being a fucking cunt and just freezing everybody on the side. But, sometimes you overextend and everybody just gets tired of your shit. Now, her ultimate ability, she takes the little BB-8 looking fuck from out of her bag and tosses it decently far to where it creates a circle with a pretty large radius, and everything and everyone within that circle will be frozen and most likely killed one by one. As Mei looks you in the eye, she sends you to Rage Quitsville, population you and your entire team. This ultimate is one of the best in the game. It can clear off points, it can stop entire pushes with the press of a button. Just be thankful that for those of you watching now that you don't have to live or play in a world anymore where she got the thing so damn quickly. Those were the fucking dark times. Like before that entire ultimate nerf a couple months ago, it was almost as bad of a time as the God Bastion era, but right after he got buffed, like it was almost that bad. But anyways, it's kind of one of those ults that you can use and you just drop your controller and you let it happen when it hits you because you already know the outcome, and it's not going to do you any good to just rape your jump button and try to escape because you're just going to feel more deflated afterwards and you're not going to want to live anymore because Mei has actually frozen your will to live right out of your body. As far as game modes are good, game modes that are good for Mei, definitely King of the Hill maps are the way to go. She's an okay pick on offense for 2-point capture maps and payload maps, but she is best on defense where she can block off entrances and flank enemy squishies. And that's the Asshole's Guide to Mei. It was cut a bit short and not as joke-filled as I'd like it, but that's because I'm tired of shit and I want to go to bed. So, sorry for that, but regardless, did you learn anything? I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the other guides on the channel in a playlist in the description. I'm sure I can guarantee that you're going to like all of them. Like the video if you've enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe if you're new. Click the little clitoris bell to make sure you never miss an upload. Who should I do next? My name is Nicker Catalyst, and I will see you all another time.